These are the last terrifying seconds of the flight. Slowed down, the footage shows how the plane narrowly misses a block of flats. One of its wings hits a car as it disappears from view. These photographs capture the same last moments, the aircraft out of control and almost at 90 degrees as it plunges towards the river. Parts of the plane were left scattered on the bridge, the fuselage half submerged in the water below. This part of the Keelung River is shallow, and that has probably saved lives. Rescuers were quickly able to get to the wreckage by boat and pull the survivors, among them a small child, to safety. Local media reported that the plane had just taken off when it lost contact with air traffic control. The twin-engine turboprop was on its way from Taipei to the island of Kinmen, which lies just off the Chinese coast. It's not known what caused this accident. The plane belongs to the airline TransAsia and is the second of the company's aircraft to be involved in a crash in the past year. Ben Gagan, BBC News.
Yes, the rescue operation is going very, very slowly from people who are watching from the standpoint of the riverbank. Now, I just spoke to one of the rescuers who just got on shore, and he tells me that it's very difficult because the plane is partially submerged, and there's believed to be some 21 people who are trapped by their seatbelts or luggage or other equipment, other parts of the plane underwater, and they're submerged because the plane is on its side, and some of these people have been in the water for hours now. And he believes it's very difficult to get them out. There are divers in there going there, cutting the seatbelts and trying to remove some of the wreckage to free some of these people. But he himself just told me he doesn't believe that there are survivors inside because it's been so many hours since they were submerged in water.
There have been some reports that part of the plane had broken up. Maybe some people had drifted downstream. Is that not the case, you think, now? Is everybody who hasn't been accounted for on board that part of the plane that we can see in those pictures?
Yes, basically the rescuers have just told me that only about 6 people flowed out of the aircraft down the river. And they have already found those 6 bodies. They all died. And so the people who are unaccounted for are believed to be all still trapped inside the aircraft parts. And one of the main parts, I'm standing on the riverbank looking at it right now. It's a very slow process. I see about 20 rescue workers standing on top of this main part. And some of the divers have gone inside to try to get the people out. But as you say, as I said, it's a very slow process because there's so much obstacles blocking the passengers from being freed. It could be luggage, it could be the seatbelts themselves, it could be some of the plane parts. So they're going in trying to remove these items, cut some of these items off, and free the passengers.
Cindy, has anything more emerged about what might have caused this crash? There were some reports of the pilot's last words.
We don't have a lot of information right now on what caused this accident. What we know is that this is a very routine flight from Taipei to the outlying island of Jinmen, and it normally takes just 1 hour. Many flights go between Taipei and Jinmen and other outlying islands every day. And even though the airport is located right in town, and there's a lot of buildings and highways and bridges, this has never happened before in Taiwan, so this is quite a shock to a lot of people. We don't know what might have caused the pilots to lose control of the aircraft. What we do know is that they are very experienced pilots. The main pilot had about 4,900 hours of flight time. The co-pilot had about 6,900 hours of flight time. And this aircraft was practically brand new. It was built in April last year and had just passed an inspection on January 26th. So we don't know why a routine flight could have gone so wrong.